Hello and welcome to Essentials to Heal Yourself. I'm Laura Lee Humphreys. So today let's talk about some of the things that your body requires from you in order for it to heal. Now remember, when we're talking about conversations like this, we're always doing it from a holistic standpoint. So you have to approach your body as a whole organism, where all the pieces and parts are connected to each other, they interact with each other, they communicate with each other. This is very different from the allopathic conventional medical model where they want to chop up the body into pieces and parts, sometimes quite literally. So for example, their approach is if there's something wrong with your kidney, let's cut open the kidney, maybe cut out some pieces and parts, throw it some drugs and pretend that it gets better, okay? The problem is in doing this, there is zero consideration for what this does to the rest of the body. There is zero consideration about what the effects of those drugs are to all of the other organs and systems of the body, okay? So that's one of the reasons why I choose not to go down that route, because the body is a whole organism. It's pretty obvious. You've got one whole body. All the cells communicate with each other. And if you disrupt the communication of between themselves, then you're going to cause problems. So in healing your body, you've got to look at it from the whole perspective, the whole organism, okay? And doing this takes a lot of energy. It requires your energy, your life force energy to be in present time, to be focused on what needs to be done here and now today that your body's asking for and requiring in order to heal and rebuild itself. You cannot be directing your life force energy, your attention into your past to finance it, griping and moaning about what shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't happen, did happen, about all of your emotional baggages, all the relationships that went to shit. You've got to focus on the here and now, which then brings us to the conversation of how are you managing your energy? That's a whole other rabbit hole we can go down, but you've got to come into the recognition that you need to learn how to manage your energy in a way that different than what you've habitually done before, to bring your energy into here and now and present time today, not in the past to finance the past and keep it alive, okay? There's so many different changes and little things that your cells do all the time that we don't even know about or understand. All of the communications that it does, all of the biochemicals and enzymes and proteins and all of the numerous little actions that all the cells do in a cohesive, orchestrated, cooperative way that makes the whole of your body function. And if you disrupt any of these processes, then you cause problems for yourself. That's one of the reasons why drugs and medications are so grossly detrimental, because they disrupt these processes. So in order for the cells of your body to do all those functions required and to replicate and create daughter cells that are healthy, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of support from you, which then requires your commitment and your attention and your focus, your dedication, and making yourself a priority in your life to actually do the healing work, because it does take work. So here's some of the things that you've got to consider and give your attention to. First and foremost, your diet. What are you putting into your mouth? This is one of the primary causes that set you up for disease. So if you're not willing to look at your diet and make some dietary changes to actually give your body the nourishment that it requires, then you're going to just go in circles. You're going to make the process much harder for yourself. You're going to be a lot more frustrated and you're going to drag it out, and most likely you'll quit. Healing requires a dietary change. This is non-negotiable, period, point blank. You must change your diet if you want to have a healthy body. You cannot continue your bad habits you had for decades, probably even since childhood, of chasing after shiny, glitzy things just because they taste good and look good and crunch good. You've got to give up the fast food, the packaged food, the fake food, the sugar, the caffeine, the on and on and on, the refined flour and processed sugar, all of the crap that's in the food system that's not even food. It's not fit for human consumption. It's loaded with toxic chemicals that destroy the body, period. You have to wrap your brain around this and commit to yourself that you're going to let go of the things that you are doing that make you ill, period. If you're not willing to do this, you're not serious about healing. You just want to have something to gripe and moan and complain about, and to show that you're making some type of effort, but you're truly not serious about it. That's just the way it is. You have to change your diet if you want to heal, and give your body the nutrition from real food, fruits and vegetables, legumes, nuts and seeds, real actual food that contains nutrition that your body can recognize and use. And considering the atrociousness of our food supply, then there are certain supplements, superfoods, herbs, and things that you've got to introduce that also will nourish your body and give it the nutrition it requires. Stuff that it probably hasn't had since conception, from when your body was being built in the womb. You have to have the nutrition, the raw resources and materials your cells require in order to do all of their functions. It's non-negotiable, as I said. As you can tell, I get pretty wound up on this one, and I can talk about this one for a very long time. Another thing you've got to really take into consideration is scheduling time in your day to get yourself off the couch and actually move your body. Exercise and movement. Movement is life. You've got to have yourself moving to get the energy, the life force energy moving through your system, as well as your blood flow, your lymph circulation. You have to move your body. Okay. Another thing is regularly getting outside in the sunshine and connecting with the earth. The earth, contrary to popular belief in certain circles, the earth is very healing. The sun is very healing. It does not cause cancer. It does not kill you. If the sun actually caused cancer and did kill you, then humanity would have been wiped off thousands of years ago. Let's use some common sense here. Take off your shoes, get barefoot, stick your toes in the dirt, and ground yourself to the earth. One of the core reasons why the society is so grossly sick and dysfunctional today is because we've lost connection to the earth. We don't understand nature. We've taken ourselves out of the conversation with nature. You've got to reinitiate that connection with the earth and receive its negative ions, which are very healing for the body. One of the ways of doing that is take some time out of your day, take off the shoes, when the weather permits, and stick your feet in the dirt and walk in the dirt and ground yourself. Okay. Another thing that's very important is detoxing and cleansing the body. I know from what I've observed in the health space, the healing and health space for a long time, so many people talk about nutrition. Yes, that's very important. And part of the reason I feel that conversation is so dominant is because there's a bazillion different supplements, which then provide an income stream. And I get people need an income stream. However, when it comes to healing your body, you have to also cleanse and detoxify. You have to get the poisons out of your body that have contributed to the breakdown of your cells and the health in the first place. The heavy metals, the glyphosate, the things that destroy the brain function, the things that throw your endocrine system off. There's countless toxins and chemicals in our food supply that destroy the gut, that throw your estrogen out of whack and create estrogen-based cancers. There are neurotoxins that give you Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. You have to cleanse your body and get all these offending agents out of it. And to do that, you've got to have assistance. You've got to have somebody who's done that themselves and have helped other people cleanse and detoxify, because believe me, this is not a topic or an area that you can just blindly go into and think you know what you're doing, because there is a lot that goes into it. Speaking from experience, from having done it myself, as well as walked several clients through the healing, the detoxing process. You have to take into consideration a lot of factors that you just don't know about when you first go into it. So you've got to have assistance in this area of cleansing and detoxing your body, okay? Of making it, the environment inside your body, conducive for health to grow again, okay? Another thing that's important that you got to consider is the rest, relaxation, playtime, humor, meditation, and cultivating a spiritual practice, a spiritual connection. Another of the core factors as to why so many people are sick today and why we have such a society that's so dysfunctional is in the main, the majority of people have cut off their connection to their internal life, their spiritual source. And that's a whole huge conversation, lots of factors as to why, wherefore, and all that. That's time for a video for another day. But establishing a connection with your spiritual source and your guidance is crucial if you want to heal. The disconnect from that is one of the things that registers in your body as extreme agitation and dis-ease, which then the physical body reflects in the form of breakdown of tissues and organs. Again, remember, you're not just your physical body, you're an energetic, spiritual being. You have to encompass all of you in your life. You can't cut yourself out or cut out pieces and parts of you, okay? Another thing that is required is you look at your life as a whole and identify the things, the people, the situations, the job that you hate, all the things that suck your life force out of you. You have to make changes in your overall lifestyle and living environment, because if you've become sick, it's partly because you're living in an environment and in relationships that are conducive to sickness, that produce sickness, that are toxic for you and your spirit. You have to recognize this and be willing to have adult level mature conversations with yourself and with other people in your life and say, this no longer works for me. This is where you have to learn to stand up and value yourself and grow a spine and have the commitment to yourself, the value, the respect for yourself to say, no, this thing is no longer acceptable. You can't treat me this way. You have to make those kind of changes and become the adult in your life. One of the reasons why people have such a hard time healing is because they want to remain emotional and spiritual children. They do not want to grow up. How is this expressed? By the desire and urge to eat whatever they want, whenever they want, without any consequence to what that food thing is doing to the body and the chemistry of the body. It's going to the doctor and say, just tell me what to do, give me a magic pill and I'll do it. I don't want to take any responsibility, no ownership, nothing. Just tell me what to do and give me a magic pill and make it all go away. They do not want to take responsibility for themselves. Hence, the consequences is poor health. So if you want to truly be healthy and to reverse health problems and construct a lifestyle and a diet and a mindset that promotes health and vitality, then you have to create the environment and get rid of the life environment that detracts from that, to deal with the people that are sucking your energy, the relationships, to deal with your job situation that you hate, all of the things that cause agitation, which then set off your nervous system and your biochemistry and then creates this downward negative spiral. Okay, so I know I've thrown a lot at you and there's a lot to think about. And so it can be overwhelming. I understand, especially if you've been in a position to where you feel like you've been on your knees for years. But I'm telling you, it's required. This is also why it's not something you can just do as a one-hit quick fix. It's not an overnight thing. There's no magic bullet. It's a matter of looking at your whole life and how you're taking care of yourself and how you're honoring yourself and your body, and to make changes to ensure that it supports and nurtures life, not disease and death and destruction. So the choice is yours. Are you willing to step into the unknown, learn some things that you're not currently aware of? Allowing yourself to be teachable, remove your ego from the situation and say, I need to change this. I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm going to go the distance because I know I'm worth it. So if you do, what you'll find on the other side is so priceless. Priceless. It'll make all the difficult moments, the dark days, the pain, the anguish, the struggle, it will make it all worthwhile. When you come to the other side and discover your true self and throw the dark clouds away off of your life to step into greater abundance and possibility and creativity and confidence and joy and happiness of being able to live with no pain. It's so worth it. Are you willing to go there and take the step? Or are you just going to continue in the space where you're in the small little familiar world of gripes and complaints simply because it's familiar and comfortable? Choice is yours. So I hope you enjoyed this. That's what I have for you today. Leave me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts, what you enjoyed the most about this video, and share it around to others. Subscribe to my channel. And I have a free gift for you, as I always do. So in the description of this channel, then you're going to find a free download where I outline 3 essential keys to helping you heal and restore your digestive system, to make it a happy one rather than a complaining, bloated, irritated one. Because when health goes, the digestive system is one of the first systems and areas of the body that become compromised and start to break down. And then from there, it's a downward spiral from there. So attending to your digestive health is paramount. So grab that, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.